What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today we'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for JD.com with the ticker symbol JD. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So I'm going to be doing a market structure update on the daily chart and weekly chart for JD.com. You can see there was a measure move target met. I'm going to clone that, and you can see that price started going sideways once the target was met inside of a small, slim trading range. So it looks like this was the highs of the trading range, not that consistent. This looks like the lows of the trading range. So we had a failed breakout, price came back in, but now we broke out again. So let's see if this can hold price for the upside move. So we had this impulse up. There's a good chance that price can reach this target at the $43 level. So we had an impulse up. Market generally moves in twos. So we saw one attempt to reach it. We're pulling back. If we find support here at the high $37 level, low $37 level, there's a good chance for another attempt higher. So I'm looking at something like this. If we come back in the range and find resistance, then that's a very bad sign. And I think the bulls failed to reach their target. But there's a very good chance for them to reach it because the measure move target was met. And not only that, if you look at the downtrend, it looks to be very weak because there was this previous downtrend in play. We had a break of the channel, which shows signs of weakness in the downtrend. And normally you don't just reverse right away. We see two pushes in that direction. So this was the first push down, prices pull back. We saw the second push. The second push was not as strong as the first one. So that's a good sign for the bulls because the bears were unable to make a measure move down. Then we saw a nice reversal up, a higher low. And then right now it looks like we're in the formation of another upward push. So if you combine everything together, it looks very good for the bulls, even though we saw a little pullback today for higher prices. But again, anything can change. So maybe we fall back in this range and we stay inside of it. Then obviously we're not going to go up higher anymore in the short term. But right now it's still looking pretty good. And Chinese stocks still have a little bit more room towards the upside. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart for JD. So JD is still in its downward channel. So that's not a good sign overall. So that means we can see lower prices in the future if it doesn't do a reversal pattern. So if I was looking at this chart, I would be saying we're going to come down to the all-time lows because this downtrend is still in play, and we're just finding temporary support at the prior low. Because in a downtrend, you make higher highs, higher lows, lower lows, lower highs, and this is not making a new low yet. So this tells me the price wants to potentially reverse, maybe to this trend line right here. If we see a break of the trend line and two legs down, that stays above the EMA. So imagine this line curving over with EMA, and we see two legs down. There'll be a very good chance for higher prices. Obviously, it won't look like that. Maybe something like this. But that's the reversal pattern that JD needs to have to see higher prices. Because if we just break the channel and we see bearish signs, meaning we break the channel, we try to push up and it fails, and then we start, dropping, there's a very good chance, we're going to come lower and lower. But right now, that's way too early to tell what's going to occur. That's way too far ahead. In the short term, JD is stumbling to make a new low of the downtrend. So there's a good chance it might retrace back to this trend line right over here at the high 40s, maybe low 50s. So that's what it looks like it's attempting to do. So that's all I have for JD this week, Friday, and I'll give you guys an update next week, Friday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.